But DStv is a private company whose products are not a necessity, more or less a luxury. So why is the government trying to, step in the pricing, especially in a free market as we have it? And then also, I need you to touch on what the minister says is the proposal by DStv to be allowed to charge the fees they are charging now, but not repatriate their profits to their headquarters outside of Ghana.
Thank you. See, I always will support businesses because you see, I've always said that government cannot employ a lot of people. Government can only employ a few people, and it's private business that employs a lot of people. If we want people to get jobs and the country to move in the right direction, when private people employ, they reduce the pressure on government. They help government by paying taxes to the government. They create employment for people. DStv in itself actually has helped people to overcome their, let me say, pressure points, especially when their favorite programs are on the network. You see, the question will be, what is the government doing trying to regulate the price of a private enterprise in a free market economy? In a free market economy, government says, do your business. Government is not the one telling people how much to charge. The choice is for the ordinary person to determine what is the choice to make. But in this case, your choice is limited because of lack of competition. Because DStv is like the only service provider of such a service within the space as we speak. And therefore, sometimes monopoly also creates a certain advantage for such business. The issue here is, does the minister have the power through the NCA to order a DStv or multi-choice to reduce their price? Is that a part of the rules and regulations that NCA is used to regulate? I think NCA is a technical regulator. It's not a commercial regulator. And therefore, it's a question we need to ask. And I've been asking myself, did Sam George consult the ministry's lawyers to find out whether, as part of the mandate of the NCA, it has power to be involved in the commercial activity of an institution it regulates? Because for me, what I know about NCA is that they are a technical regulator. When they are issue of technical, if you say DStv, probably their picture quality is bad. Maybe the sound quality is bad. Maybe they are broadcasting beyond the limits that I think that those are areas NCA comes in. Maybe content the NCA think that should not be. You understand it? So technically, I know the NCA, but this issue is about commercial aspect of the business, and I'm not sure the NCA law gives that institution power to regulate the commercial aspects of the business. And I think that some judge should seek some legal advice, because he's comparing to Nigeria. When you go to Nigeria, the regulator did not order them. They made a request. They didn't. They sued. They sued the organization. Okay. So it means that you can sue DStv, but you can't say because you are a regulator you want to order them when the issue has nothing to do with technical aspect of the job. But NCA's job is technical. It has nothing to do with commercial. So I think we need to look at the legal aspect of that directive. See, and you see, sometimes in this country, we sit down until we are hit by something that we are all running helter-skelter, when we all knew that this thing is going to be difficult to deal with a monopoly when it is the only service provider of its kind, and you want to be able to get value for money, or you think that consumers deserve better. It's going to be difficult. And that is why in any serious country where they care about the consumer, they have what we call a competitions commission. And here I'll commend CATS International, led by Mr. Adomako. For decades, he has been calling for establishment for a competitions commission to ensure that the competition commission will have the power to do what Sam George is asking DStv to do. But as a country, as we speak, we don't have a competitions commission. So if there are avenues for us to be able to do some of these things, it's all about creating a body that will make sure that ordinary consumers in Ghana, in everything that is happening, there's a body that is making sure that institutions do not take the people for granted. Okay, do not shortchange the people.
Yeah.
And we have failed to set up such organization. We will not listen to the call of CSOs who are asking us to do this. And then now, a body that is supposed to be regulating technical aspect of a job is issuing this directive. So I think that this issue, we have been more emotional about it because for subscribers, we will be happy to get some small change. That's the point. But I see, and go on social media, everybody, the subscribers are all emotional. I say, the minister does not even need to involve in this at this point because his ministers have said, I don't think that they have the legal backing to do that. Secondly, once you are urging the minister to do this, you, the subscriber, you are not willing to say, I want to use my consumer power to get what I want. You understand it? As Honorable said, he doesn't want to miss the match. So even if he doesn't get it from Ghana, he will use the Nigerian network. The question is, why can't consumers also say, look, DStv, multi-choice, we think you are not treating us well. We don't need a minister to do this. All of us are subscribers. For this month, we will just not subscribe to the service. If we don't subscribe and you see the drop in revenue, probably you will listen to our call.
Right.
So I think that sometimes Ghanaians don't understand that they have the power to push private enterprise in certain directions. So we all always think that government is the one who might do it on our behalf. And this also sends a message to the government, the public, is that we have not educated our people to understand consumerism and the power consumers can use to force institutions that they think are not treating them well to do the right thing. And I think it's time we all understand that, look, DStv is providing a service. They are in existence because people subscribe to their service. If people decide that, look, you have been issuing press statement, increasing price, and one of the key things you always mention is the fall of the cedi.
Right.
And we believe that even if it is one day that the cedi has gone up by this value and we need to enjoy that benefit we want in one day, give it to us. If you don't give it to us, when subscription terminates, we will just forget about all the joy we are getting from DStv. In fact, maybe we will subscribe and go and buy data from the telcos and go to YouTube and other online channels, and even pay $5 or $10 for a month for another service abroad that offers similar or even better content than yours, to let you know that we are not satisfied with what we are. You see, people will tell you DStv, they always repeat content, and I said, why are you still there?
It's the football. It's the football.
You know, they are the only option. You understand it? But I can tell you there are so many online platforms that offer even superior content. If you want to make use of that service, you maybe pay less in a month to get it and use. But the point is, probably if you subscribe to that, maybe it's only on your phone. So when you are not home, your children may not be able to access this and all that. So you see, let's also understand the power we have as consumers, that if we think that an organization is not treating us well, we can just use a consumer position to say, for the next 1 month, all of us who subscribe to DStv or whatever it is, we are willing to forgo all the joy we are getting for watching this thing, and then let the company understand that they are only in existence because we are subscribing.
True.
And therefore, if we think that we deserve something, they are not giving it to us, we want to send a signal. So I think that consumerism will rather force DStv to do the right thing more than using political power. Because, as I said, for now, I don't see any legal backing for what Sam George is doing, because for NC as a technical regulator, it's not about commercial regulator. Because if those who are so happy about what Sam George is doing, instead of negotiating and then we will say that the trade minister should go to every company and tell them how much they should sell their product. Okay? Because the trade minister is in charge of trade. So you should be able to tell companies this is how much I see you have to sell it. We are not in control price regime. No. So then when we choose an open market economy, we need to let people also understand the advantages and the disadvantages of an open market economy. It's like we choose these things because of political decisions. We are a democracy, so we want to use open market. But the people of the country do not really have a good understanding of the pros and cons of an open market economy. And therefore, at a point, you get confused and want to have a control pricing system in an open market economy. You can negotiate. You can tell the people, oh, we think this, that. Like, and I think subject is well by having that kind of negotiation with the telcos. And now, if you pay
on the data,
almost similar, the data at least is gone up by a certain percentage. I think negotiation is more than, and at that place, so he's technical, but he's technical as a minister. I can talk to these people and see whether they can do something for consumers. Something has been done. So I think that we should look at it holistically. Legally, does the ministry have the power to do that? I don't think so. Two, do we have a competitions commission as a country? No. We do not have. Thirdly, are consumers using their power to actually send a message to DStv? I don't think that the Ghanaian consumer is using its power to send a message to DStv. And I think that these are things we have to explore instead of being emotional, and we are all edging some judge on because if the reduction comes, we all will get some
of course,
small
the ultimate beneficiary is the subscriber.
So, but I think that if we want the country to progress, we all just have to be realistic. Let's also understand that despite everything, DStv also employs people in this country. They pay taxes to the state. They have brought a service that we do not have in this country. And the question is, how is that only DStv has that service? It's very expensive to run such a service anywhere in the world, satellite television, and provide that kind of content. If you look at all the media space opening up and the local television station and everything, if it is not that expensive, I believe there will be multiple networks in Ghana offering that service. But we know, and you are here, you know that even satellite communication for ChannelOne to be on DStv, if the commercial people are to come and sit there and tell Ghanaians how much they pay a month for satellite connection for them to watch ChannelOne on DStv, people will say, hey, then the company, where are they getting the money from? When they have to pay these huge sums of dollars every month just for us to tune into the station on DStv and watch it, and we are watching it free of charge. We are not paid to watch ChannelOne on DStv. The money you be paid to DStv, that doesn't come to ChannelOne. No. It goes to DStv, and ChannelOne to find money to pay for its own satellite connection to be able to appear on DStv. And I think that let's begin to let people understand that these things are pros and cons, and we should find a fine way of dealing with it rather than making it confrontational. As Honorable says, this confrontational way of doing things, it has a negative impact on investor confidence, okay? Because this is an investment somebody has brought into the country. And depending upon the way you are dealing with the people, if investors say, why it's like this, minister or administration or the country is being confrontational with private business, people will be scared to bring in their money. Probably, maybe even there may be a company that wants to come to Ghana with a similar service. But if they see the way things are going with the existing company, they may say, what if I also go invest my money and tomorrow the same thing is being done to me? How will I feel? Do you understand? I think the minister, if I would suggest, is that if there's a way, he can rather lobby a competitor to also come to the market and give DStv competition. I think that would be good, because then if DStv sells this and the competitor says, oh, I think based on the decline of the appreciation of the CD, they reduce their own. I want to switch. Today, if you are on MTN, you are on Telus, depending upon what you think will favor you, you choose whichever network you want to subscribe to. And I think it has brought some competition in the telcos market. Some of this data by this company here, I think, will serve me better. So I think the minister should rather direct his attention towards looking around the world. Are there similar service providers? Are there some that we can attract into our market that will open up the market so that DStv will fill the competition? Then when there is a need for a reduction to benefit subscribers, it's not the minister who will say it, but the competition among the players in the market will now determine the reduction. Go and check the price of cement, for instance, in the market now. Even though the ministers and the politicians have appealed to them to reduce, they are all not selling at the same price. Every cement brand is selling at a different price. When you go to the market, you decide this one is at this one is at that. So I want to buy that.
Very well.